Welcome. I'm your Polkadot Specialist Var, and today we're going to go over Manta Network. So if you like this particular episode, please like and subscribe. It'd be highly, highly appreciated. Now, when I get in this particular episode, the first thing that comes across in my mind as a story is a time when I used to go to this restaurant every once in a while because I don't do a lot of fast foods. But there was this particular time I kept hearing about this particular chicken sandwich, and this was a Popeyes chicken sandwich, and everybody was going to Popeyes to get chicken sandwiches, and there were like lines wrapped around the restaurant. And I wasn't really doing a whole lot of fast foods, but it got you curious because you kept seeing all this talk and chatter about this particular chicken sandwich. So one day, I decided to go to the restaurant and sit in that long behind line to try out one of these chicken sandwiches. That was good, but it wasn't worth no hour wait, you know. But when I think of Manta Network, I think about a lot of people telling me about this particular project, and I see it a lot of different places, and it got me curious. So after a few people had brought up Manta, that they were in Manta, I decided to do an episode on it as I did my deep dive. Now, the first time I personally heard of Manta was with Manta Network, because they had a partnership. So that was one thing I noticed with Manta, is when all of the different Polkadot technologies was coming out called the Parachains, it seemed like Manta was partnering with quite a few of them. And so the way I knew of Manta was enabling Manta Network to be able to have something called the dark wallet, which was a privacy transaction where normally, with the blockchain, with cryptocurrencies, they're public. You can actually see who has what. You might not be able to see the person, but you can see the wallet addresses and where the funds are and things like that. But with Manta Network, it helped disguise these particular transactions, when they have partnered with Fowler. So that's what I originally knew Manta as, was a privacy network or privacy technology. Now, the way this particular privacy technology differs from some other privacy technologies. So there's two other privacy technologies that comes to mind, which is Murano, and the other one would be Zcash. Now the difference is these are particular coins that do privacy transactions. So it's actually a coin. But with Manta, it's actually a network. It's actually technology that enables coins to be able to do similar features for privacy. So let's get into this particular project and see what Manta is all about in this deep dive. So this is Manta's website here. Now, we see ZK, that means zero knowledge. So it's just a particular technology for privacy called zero knowledge. It just means, the way I kind of think of zero knowledge is like when you look at social media, you see the blue check marks. You might not know, all the stuff that went on in the background. You might not saw a driver's license. You might not saw the passport or anything like that. You might not have gotten any personal information, but because you see that check mark, you know that it's verified, that whatever you're looking at is verified, and that there was some work done behind the scenes to do the verification. That's kind of how zero knowledge is. Zero knowledge is where you might not see all different information, but they're pretty much not 1,000% or 100%, but really close to letting you know that this is legitimate. Okay? So it's zero knowledge. All right, so they are saying it's the first and largest modular L2. So when you hear L2, so when you hear L2, that normally means it's above a layer 1, okay, such as Ethereum. Now, one of the other unique things about Manta is it's both a layer 2 and a layer 1. So we'll get into that a little bit as well. Okay, so so here it shows that on Manta, they use these technologies to build out what they're doing. So they are built on Polkadot. So Polkadot is, it's called Manta Atlantic. So Polkadot Manta Atlantic is the layer 1. Okay, so all that means is it provides all of the verifying of transactions and all that, all on Polkadot. You don't have to use a whole bunch of extra stuff. It's all done in-house, all on Polkadot with Manta. You don't have to use a whole third anything. It's all done nice and secure there. Now, the stuff that they have on Polkadot is a little different than the stuff that they have on Ethereum, because they also have Ethereum, which is the layer 2, and then they also have Polkadot, which is the layer 1 technology, which is called Manta Atlantic. Okay. All right. So with Manta Atlantic, the stuff that they have on that is zero knowledge proofs that are called KYC. So know your customer. Okay. So this is stuff like where you have identity stuff that's on the blockchain, such as like a driver's license, a passport. They also have a coin that verifies identity as well, such as, it's called soulbound token. So soulbound token, which is ZKSBT. All right, so that is a soulbound token. That just means that once you get it, it's tied to your wallet, but it does verify, who you are and things like that using this particular technology. So that's what is available on Polkadot. Now, on Ethereum, they're using these 3 technologies. So you have Polygon and Optimism, which is OP Stack. So these are, not to make it too difficult or too confusing, but Polygon and OP Stack, what they do is Ethereum is a very old technology. So what they do is they allow Ethereum to do some of the stuff that these new technologies can do, such as making the transactions faster, making whatever you're doing more interoperable, and things of that nature. Okay, so just pretty much letting you know that whatever you're doing, you can do it in a more advanced way that's cheaper and faster and able to scale with all the different activity. Okay, so they have Polygon and Optimism. Now, this Celestia here, this is what makes it modular. So that just means that this is the technology that allows them to use both of these applications as layer 2 to do some stuff, but then also be able to make it where it's very adaptable to be able to use like Ethereum to be able to store all of the transaction data. Okay. But if they wanted to, they can also customize Manta and be able to use other technologies such as Binance Smart Chain or something like that in the future if they wanted to. But right now, we're just going to focus on the Polygon, Optimism, Celestia, and the Ethereum. Now, this is the layer 2. All that is just the layer 2 stuff. Now, with that layer 2, that is called the Pacific mainnet, or Manta Pacific. Okay, so you got Manta Pacific, which is the stuff that's happening on Ethereum to make it easy. And then you got Manta Atlantic, which is all the stuff happening on Polkadot. Now, the things that you could do on Manta Pacific that's using the Optimism, the Polygon, and the Celestia, you're going to be able to do decentralized finance using this zero knowledge proof. So this is all zero knowledge proof stuff. So this is where the transactions can be more private. All this stuff is dealing with privacy. That's what's kind of differentiating it. This whole blockchain is all dealing with privacy, okay, as one of its main functions. So you got zero knowledge NFTs dealing with privacy. You have zero knowledge decentralized finance or DeFi dealing with privacy. And then you also have zero knowledge gaming. So where all the transaction stuff can be in a more secured way where it's not all necessarily public. So the other great thing about this particular technology is they're going to try to enable other projects and applications to be able to use the same technology, such as the know your customer, information, with the zero knowledge identifications and things of that nature. They're going to allow other projects to be able to easily use their technology to provide these services. So this is what Manta actually does, and it does it fast, secured, because it's using all of this new technology, all the latest cutting edge technology. So now that we've covered a little bit of Manta, so let's give ourselves a little bit of a visual of the technology. So over here, this is Manta Atlantic, and this is where it shows Polkadot as the layer 0. Then you have the Manta layer 1, and then you have the know your customer, the ZK zero knowledge know your customer. Then you have the zero knowledge payment, and this is what I was talking about earlier, where Fallow was using this. Now they're not using the payment stuff as much as they were. They were going to do a heavy concentration there, but I was reading up on some different things, and they kind of slowed down a little bit of that because the government's they really cracked down on this type of technology when it comes to using it for payments. They always got something to say about something, but yeah, they didn't necessarily stop it, but they kind of slowed down their ability to roll out the payment stuff for the zero knowledge proofs. And then the ZKSBT, that is a soulbound token. That's just another way of verifying a person. So that's giving you a visual of the Polkadot side. So Manta Atlantic, and this is Manta Pacific. Now this is where it shows the modular. So down here, this is the layer 1, which is Ethereum, and this is connected by this right about here, right above. So this very bottom is layer 1, which is Ethereum. Now, what's allowing this to be interoperable is the Celestia here. And then above that, you have the Manta technology, which is now using the Optimism and the ZK Ethereum virtual machine, which is the Polygon. So that's Polygon and Optimism. And then now you can have the applications above that, which is the DeFi, the NFTs, bridges, and gaming, all using zero knowledge technology. So, long story short, you have two different technologies. One using Polkadot's technology, and the other one using Ethereum, all latest cutting edge. So, this is the use of this particular technology, and it's going to allow privacy to happen. Now, so let's go further into what I think about the token. Then we'll get a little bit on, what it's currently priced at, and then we'll go into the benefits of staking. So we'll touch on those things, and then we'll kind of end everything there. So going quickly. Now, when I look at this particular token, The first thing I noticed was close to 50% of the token went to venture capitalists. And again, I'm very familiar with venture capitalist stuff just because, you know, um, I know a lot of people that does venture capitalist projects where it helps launch the projects. So about 50% of the total 1 billion coins is going to venture capitalists. So why is that important? Because that means they're getting a coin in a very, very cheap cost. So if they're up 10x or 20x on top of their money, when they get the coin, that means it's going to cause some selling pressure, which means the coin might not have as much ability to go up in price because you're getting constant supply to the market. Now, the great thing that I noticed was majority of the tokens or the coins that were vested or given to the venture capitalists do have a good vesting schedule. So that means when that it's very friendly for the retail investors because it's harder for them to dump the market with a whole bunch of coins because of how the vesting schedule is. So let's look at the vesting schedule real quick. So majority of the vesting schedule is, so they have a 12-month cliff. So what a 12-month cliff is after a year, that's when they start getting their allocation of coins sent to them. So they got to wait a whole year, and that's when they start getting coins. Then they got 3 years, over a 3-year period, that those coins are evenly divided so that you're giving a little bit at a time. So that allows the retail investors to have less sales pressure that's causing people to they get into a project and all of a sudden now the price plummets because there's so much coins brought to the market. But because it's a 3-year vesting schedule, 12-month cliff, that really helps. So just to recap, 12-month cliffs means when you will first get your allocation of coins, and then you have the 36-month vesting period. So over a 36-month period, the remainder of the coins are going to be broken up over that period of months, 36 months. So that's really good. I wish it was less venture capitalist money overall and more to the community. But hey, there's at least 21% of the coins going to community. All right, so let's go to where is Manta now. So Manta at the moment is trading for $1.57. This is a pretty new technology. It came out within the last year in terms of the actual technology being live. 250 million coins on the market already, and it's a fairly new coin, but it's because they have like airdrops come in and they got coins coming out that's available. Okay, so the other thing that we have is its all-time high was $4. That means it's down 62% of when it originally launched. So that means as the bull cycle happens, there's a good chance that this does phenomenally well, because I do believe it's a great technology. It's on multiple platforms. It's already affiliated with Binance, which is one of the, it's actually the #1 exchange altogether. And they have a partnership with them. They also have their own Polkadot Network. So at some point, you're going to start seeing them there. They're actually already on Bifrost. We're going to go there just to kind of see what the staking rewards look like in a moment. And they're on Ethereum, Optimism, and Polygon. So because of that, they already have a lot of different things in which they can be utilized because they're already on so many different ecosystems. Each one of those has a lot of different applications or dApps that can be utilized. So that means, for finance, they're going to have the ability to swap in and out for coins, loans later, things like that will be available for this particular coin at very early stages, especially it being on Binance. That means there's going to be people that can easily access the coin. And it's on Ethereum, Polkadot, Polygon, and Optimism. So those are all some rather popular platforms. So the last thing I did want to take a look at was Bifrost. So this is one of the things that kind of caught my attention, was staking rewards. This is the interest you can get on your money for just putting this particular technology on Bifrost. You get 31% annual percentage rate. So that's really, really good. So that means for every 100 coins, you're getting 31 at the end of that year. So you're getting 31%. So that is phenomenal. Okay, so this shows you a place that you can actually go ahead and have a strategy for staking, getting staking rewards. And we've used this before with my Polkadot Bitcoin mining episodes. I'll link that here. It kind of gives you like a little overview on how to use Bifrost. I have posted that, and you can utilize this particular token, the Manta token here, to be able to get some staking rewards. So this is Manta. I do like the technology. It's going to enable a lot of applications to be able to use the zero knowledge proof technology, where it allows there to be a lot more privacy, and it's not just going to be for Polkadot, it's going to be for a lot of other blockchains. So that's going to give a network effect where you have so many people wanting to use the technology, and it's all latest technology, so it's scalable. That means it's cheaper and super fast. This is Manta Network. I am your Polkadot Specialist Var. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate your time. Have a blessed day.